What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. Berserk chapters 221, 222. Still a little sick, so if you hear a little bit, apologize. I mean, as you can see on the screen, we had this just God hand show up. Again, I don't know if she's actually like, is this her? Like, this is physically her, or again, is this just another like projection of her? How conveniently Skull Knight knows when to show up. So I really don't know what he is, like how he knows these things and just is always at the right place, right time. What knowledge he has, what he doesn't, what he's able to know. Did the witch tell him this, or I have no idea how those things go. But he shows up, uh, conveniently. Again, I don't have clarification if this is actually her. Um, but Guts has used his sword here. So if it is actually her, and his sword is actually able to kill her, I'm going to need an explanation on what his sword is, because I've gotten clarification that his sword is just that. It is just a sword. It's not some special elvish metal. So I'm going to need an explanation on, like, what is it with his sword. I've hinted at, like, the more it kills, the stronger it becomes, and we know he's killed a lot. And he's killed a lot of non-human things as well. So you could say, oh, killing a human might give it like +1, you know? But every time he kills a demon, it's like +20, an apostle +100. So that thing is pretty definitely enchanted up, if that's what we're talking about here. I don't know if it's the blood of his enemies, but then if that's the case, how is that able to happen? If it's just a regular piece of, call it whatever, man-made, what's the difference between the sword he has and the sword Serpico runs around with, or Farnese runs around with, or Casca at one point? Why is it that his is able to like absorb and do these things? That's TBD. Besides that, Farnese is still trying to figure out why she thinks she's just choosing to save and protect. Schierke's out there trying to put essentially a containment spell on all of this before they get out. And Skull Knight, Guts, and a God Hand walk into a bar, essentially, is what we're dealing with here. So let's see. I also added a Cedros theme, which I don't even know if it's his actual theme. You guys will probably hear it when it comes up. It's an interesting theme. I listened to like the first half of it just to make sure it didn't have any crazy vocals, because that's usually what gets copyrighted. Um, When you guys hear it, you'll have to let me know if that's the right one, and we'll kind of go from there. I got told by a handful of people to go ahead and add it, so we added it. And we'll go from there. Mic looks to be on. We are recording. Music's on. Alright. 3:21. Let's get it. Because this seems way too easy, It's like, holy shit, that's an actual God Hand there. Guts, stab it. Oh shit, we did it. It's like, oh, that was convenient. And of course, again, we can't go one day without just getting target practice. I was talking last chapter, like, this is good, like, warm-up for Guts. Like, he's working a lather. He's keeping his reflexes tight without overexerting himself, because these trolls are nothing. And here we go again, getting fucked up. Oh, Jesus. She's on some, like, Farnese shit. Oh, yes, my womb is split, life and death writhing in the uterus. You're the best. Yo, Skull Knight. Help us. God damn it, man. I mean, there's definitely a lot of blood coming from whatever this is. Did I get her? May we meet again, dear boy. Okay. That's about what I was expecting. So then here's the thing, though. What allowed her? Now, I guess you can say there is no more, like, allowing. I think that it's just open. Somebody opened the garage door and animals are coming in. Like shit, like raccoons and squirrels and wild deer and all types of shit are getting in and getting out. And I feel like that's what's happened here. Like whatever happened with Griffith, like open the garage door and there's trolls, there's ogres, there's god hands, there's shit coming in. And I'm assuming that's what that is. As far as like what's allowed her to just do what she did. Unless you're trying to tell me this was another like Skull Knight explanation, like this is a once in a 1,000 perfect scenario. You had trolls mixed with their like lustness for sex and women, and it converged to sprout. Like, are we going that deep, or are we just saying, you know, since Griffith opened the door, like they can freely walk in and out? But I still don't know. I don't know, because that are we saying that was physically her, like actual her? I'm gonna say no if she wasn't killed. I'll see you again. Because she says, may we meet again. What's keeping her from just forming those little troll intestines back together and just sprouting back up again? Like, why would she not just be able to do that again? Which makes me think, like, certain conditions just had to be met right here for her to allow that to happen. And then with that, with whatever we're calling this form of her, how strong is the influence in that form? Is it 100% as if she were to physically be on Earth? Is it 50%? Who knows? But we do need some serious help, though. Did he just leave us? Oh, no, he's here. I was about to say. It was like a Where's Waldo thing. Like, I was like, I don't see Skull Knight on this shit. But now they've gone from ogre to something way more demonic. Like, they were monsters before. This has got like some type of spiritual mixture to it. But hey, can we get a Wolverine Sabretooth back-to-back fight right here? Or what? Ruh-roh. Oh yeah, and then there was a Silver Dolphin Iron Chain Knight dude that showed up last time that Isidro was running the 1v1s with. He did that. I did it. Well done. Oh, yeah, best not stop. Yeah, let's go. You don't just get one. But I mean, he's a kid, you know? It's like when the first time Guts killed someone, he didn't have to deal with like an army at the same time type shit, you know? Like, I understand you would get a little bit overwhelmed. What's that? Schierke? Close it. Wait, is that what Schierke's summoning? Or is that what she's trying to keep in? I can't tell. I am called the Rotting Root Lord? Oh, okay, okay. In accordance with my pact with the Little One. She has a pact with the Little One, that's helpful. I shall reduce the trolls creeping upon my body to a seedbed for maggots. The chief of rotting trees and putrid mud. Oh, maybe I read that incorrectly. I'm called the Rotting Root Lord, the chief of rotting trees and putrid mud. Skull Knight, you want to grab us and fly out of here or what? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, move, bro. Move, move, move. Move, 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 move. Hey, wait. At that rate, Guts will be buried alive. Guts, please hurry and escape. Sorry, little lady, I'm kind of busy here. Damn it, what the hell's happening? Yeah, what has this turned into? It's the aftermath of her forced advent and passing? The life and death of this domain have boiled and changed to chaos? You sure do know a lot, you piece of shit. Why don't you just go with us on these damn journeys, man? Damn. Instead of us having to end up in situations like this. If left as is, the cave will not hold, and this whole vicinity could be engulfed. We've got another problem first. The entrances is blocked. The entrance is blocked in. Maybe it's a good time to test the sword. Is he talking about his sword? But has he got a sword that like rips through dimension or what? I don't know why we couldn't just like hop on that horse and like we've seen this horse reach the height of the moon damn near. Though this was only meant to be wielded to entomb them in that vortex. Dang, he's showing his trump card. Did he just eat the sword? What are you doing? We don't have time for magic tricks. Wait, did he pull it in and he's pulling that back out? What is that shit? Bro, Skull Knight's starting to get on my last nerves. Either sit down with us, one time for the one time, you and the old witch at the same time, and give me some information. Like, I'm speaking as if I'm Guts. Give me something I can work with here. Like, what's going on? Help me out. What do I need to know, not know? What kind of weapons do you guys have, and what is it capable to do? Or accompany us. Like, pick one. Because this shit could be so useful, and he's, like, picking and choosing when's... It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. What's with that sword? That blade? No, it's familiar. Yeah, it has like behelit faces on it. I refined within myself behelits taken from apostles to form this blade. That's right, we have seen him like pop them like Skittles. The sword of actuation? So is all that going to open up the... Because we do... Oh, God. Actuation. He did just like rip a damn... What did he just open right there? I don't know, but yeah, get on the horse and let's get to going here. Is it sucking them in? No, he just opened... What? So did he just open chaos by adding more chaos? So it looks like he ripped... The Behelits seem to like summon you to a place to give you the chance to make a deal or whatever. That kind of like hell spawn entrance. So it looks like he's collected so many Behelits and hoped to... I don't know how he came to this conclusion that this would work. Trial and error, or the witch with some extra magic, or what. But he's somehow been able to rip open space to essentially the doorsteps of hell. And he's like unleashed it here. So how do I turn this shit off? Like, how do I keep hell from just engulfing the world? Like, this seems like he's like meeting chaos with more chaos. Like, this seems ridiculous as hell. Is it pulling in those souls, or what is it doing? Or those souls in hell are just going to pull down anything that has a sign of life to it? They'll get us? Uh-oh, it's collapsing. Hey, she's doing her best right now. I can't restrain it any longer. Oh, that's convenient. We ended up behind them, by the way. Guts. What? What just happened? Oh, he did. He did go through it. He opened a dimensional rift here and came out the other side like Obito. What the huh? Man opened up his own Nove portal, stepped in and stepped out. And you know what he's gonna do just to piss me off? Disappear again into the night. Not saying shit. Like, he's leaving by the end of this chapter. He's gone. He'll probably drop us a little like random riddle and be out. We cleave space and pass through another layer. It is like thorns on that sword too. It's the power of this sword. There you go with nonsense again. Exactly. Saying a bunch of bullshit that has nothing to do about bullshit. Forget that. Why were you there in the... Yes, exactly. What's going on? How'd you get behind us? Now I owe you another one. You alright, Schierke? Yes, no problem. That night. Oh, she has no relations with him either. She's never been in the room and he's come to show up to speak to that witch, or like she just doesn't know who he is. The forest? I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the domain. Blank. Q has shut. Awesome. Was that magic too? No, I did not. Still, this means that finally... Yeah, so it's fully gone. Should be no more trolls. Should be it. And we just skip the introductions and everything after that. Skull Knight gets to fuck off again, and we just go back to the village, and it's like, okay, guys, we did it. Yay. Wow. Wow. Who's this? Oh, that's us. I brought this up a handful of chapters ago. Like this group here, the Schierke, the Cedro, the two elves, still Casca, Farnese, and Serpico, is this new group. It's crazy to see them again. Orcus, Judo, Casca, Griffith, Pippin, Rickert. I would say that I would prefer this group 10 times out of 10, because let's say Serpico's the best swordsman of anybody here. Of like everybody included. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the 10-man squad, let's say 5v5, Casca's a part of both. Casca on our side currently is useless, offers us nothing. Farnese on our side, just a step above useless, offers us nothing. Serpico is a step above Prime Casca in Prime Judo. But the uselessness of current Casca and current Farnese weighs us below, because I know that Corcus and I know that Pippin can give us something. So I would say Serpico raises us here. Casca and Judo are slightly behind. But because we have such useless people on our side, it weighs us down. But Schierke puts that shit so up. Remove Serpico completely, and let's just say it's useless Casca, useless Farnese, and a child. Schierke alone is 10 times more valuable than any of them here. Just from a skill set. So, yeah, we brought this up a while ago. It's like, this is his new group. This is his new band. I wonder if he's going to see them as such, but I used to think I'd never be like that again. So here's my question. Do you think right now, and I've been saying this for like 10 chapters in a row, can he mentally move on, you think? Do you think this, replacing this, and giving him this again, does it quell the need for revenge or the need to kill Griffith or anything like that? If the two never cross paths again, Griffith just kept doing whatever he's doing on Earth, Guts just keeps going, and there's no interference, and they never ran into each other, would his life be complete? Could he mentally keep going? Good question. Alright, let's see what 222's got. Ooh! Start out with the witch. The hell is she writing? Whew, that does it. All finished. This turned into a big job in the end. How'd she know it was all finished? Did Skull Knight show back up and let her know it was all finished, or what? What is this she's just sketching over here? Isn't it nostalgic? Oh, she is talking to him. Okay. Okay, she is. Wait, is she engraving something on his chest plate, or is she making a chest plate for Guts? And does this grant him any abilities? What she's doing for him here? Like, is his power connected to hers? Whoever thought we'd need to drag this out? What am I looking at here? There's no way you're unaware how dangerous a thing this is. No, she's making something. I was saying this resembles a god hand, but I need to see a better picture. And it makes it, the thing is, this is just how he talks, but it always seems so intense when they have him speak. I am aware. I have watched it. I have watched over it for so long. But all the more reason for it to become necessary for those children on their journey. It's karmic? No, I don't believe in that. I don't believe that. People may appear to repeat the same mistakes, but karma is by no means a circle. Indeed, it is a spiral. Those children are not bound to choose the same paths you and I did. I don't know that. I don't know that. Because there's some otherworldly, godly presence here that's dictating people's destinies and fates. At least that's what we've been told. So who's to say? Maybe Guts isn't. He's seemed to be a one of one. Maybe even say that about Casca. We don't know that about Isidro, Varnice, Serpico, shit, even Schierke. They might be bound to an already predicted. Certainly. They've come. My spiritual power has weakened so much for my barrier to be broken so easily. Is she getting attacked? What is this? What are these like hound faces and armor here? He going to protect her? Is this it? But I feel like they're about to get attacked here. You'll fight for me, but either way, I'm all the more for it to be at ease. So she knows she's gonna die here. So what does she know? So that's unfortunate because I asked the question when we left her. I was really hoping, and this is Berserk by now, you never get your answers with those conversations that you want. I was really hoping that after this was over, we would circle back and somehow get a conversation between the two of them, or at least the three of them. Or even give me some more history on the two of them. But they like vaguely touch on it, but then they don't. I think she's dead here. Thank you. I won't forget your devotion, old friend. What is this? It's coming. Oh, fuck. I think Zod's leading a group of, apostles here. Shit. I wish I could have at least seen your bashful smile once more with my own eyes. Can you not telepathically speak to her in the moment real quick, or something wrong? No. For a moment I thought I sensed my mistress' thoughts. No, you did. Aren't you excited to get back and be praised by Flora? Yeah, it's not happening. I'll bet the brute slaying of little witch Schierke become a new legend around here. Never. That would never happen. All I was able to do was stop the troll's den. What shut Q was some other power, not my magic. Please be proud of yourself. A girl like you managed to do all that. There were surely miraculous skills. Said it. Even though I could summon an immense power, I couldn't manage it. I pointlessly worsened the damage. Look at Varnice. I was moved. And I mean, this is a classic story. You kind of see this all the time. Or like there's always like a student or an apprentice, and they have skills, but they don't have it yet, like all of it down. And their master gets taken out, and it kind of feels like, well, how do I learn now? Like my training, everything's incomplete. Where do I learn from? How do I grow? That's kind of what I feel like's happening here. It's like she's good, she doesn't have control of it. And who do you? How does she learn? I don't know this magic shit, man. I don't know if there's a book or she's got instructions, or I don't know. I'm a novice. I was moved to To be honest, I cannot really tell whether these people are my fate, but guts? Does man just pass out? Happened? Didn't the wound stop bleeding back at the church? That's not just a normal wound, guys. Which they wouldn't know at the time. You didn't want to flag people down like, hey, I'm starting to feel dizzy? What gives? It's closed up alright. No, these wounds are quite severe. Wounds to his physical body have indeed closed, but the wounds to his ethereal body remain unhealed. If left alone, they will steadily debilitate him. Eventually the physical wound will open again too. No, he can be healed, yes. If we rush him to the mansion so he can take my mistress's elixir. Everyone lend a hand. Not a big deal. Did he just pass out? Come to and he's like, I'm good. What? The hell? No big deal. I'm just a little dizzy or something. I offer my shoulder at least. Though, reluctantly. Yeah, Sir Pico, get the hell off of me. An ethereal wound, a wound to the spirit itself, it must hurt even to the point of trauma. Normally one shouldn't even be able to stay conscious. That's what exactly happened there after the rest of us fled. Those wounds, they're not something a mere troll could inflict. And the talisman I applied, at some point it was effaced. I kicked her ass. One stab from this, a monster who pretends to be an angel. Yeah. This is a great shot right here. Because we instantly knew who he was talking about, and she also instantly knew. That was probably the best part of the chapter. Actually, I don't know, the Skull Knight sword is pretty dope. No, could that be? Oh, that would explain that bizarre flow of odd, but in that case, there's no way he could be alright like this. Here's the problem, they're talking about like I love the POV shot from Schierke when they look through her and you see the hat and the elf coming off the top. The thing is, there's not going to be a mistress back there, bro. It's over. But then here's the thing. I've been asking this for a while. Hold on, let's see where this chapter ends. It looks like it's almost over. Actually, hold on. I asked the questions like, are witches aware of the God Hand? Are they counter forces? Do they not pay each other any mind? Is magic a threat to God Hand? Are God Hands a threat to magic? Are they one and the same in some aspects? Do they support each other? Is it a threat? I don't know. So then the follow-up question to that is, how does Zod know where it is? Which I'm sure Griffith's influence or something, or maybe Zod always knew and they always knew where this was, but they can never break through it. And now Destiny has gotten to a point where like the witches hit a point of age slash lack of power to keep up the barrier, so now they can go in type thing. Maybe they always knew what it was and they always wanted to take her ass out, but they never had the ability to actually cross the barrier. Now that Griffith has come in, barriers are just falling down left and right. And she no longer possesses the power to, I guess, keep it up. I don't know. In the first place, a mere human has no way to fight such a high-level spirit. That sword, maybe with its specialized power from continually cutting those of the astral world. Aha! So that's what we're saying. Because it's been able to slice through so many demons, trolls, and apostles, it's taking on something other than just a piece of iron. Do not be enamored solely with the marvelous marvels, but look closely at the truth that is before your eyes. See, he is still alive. Oh, did she just get her thoughts again? Or is this she looking back at what was quoted? What? This flow of OD? Deep in the forest from the mansion? Yeah, guys. It's kind of bad. See, here's the thing. If Guts was at like semi 100% and Schierke was coming and the Skull Knight was there and Lady Flora had a little bit of juice left, I'd like our chances to like get back here and put up a last stand, but I have a feeling they're gonna get there. Here's the thing, the Skull Knight stayed to the point that he dies? Like, how long can he hold off for? We know he usually seems to get the best of Zod. I don't know. Let's see. It feels weird. Forest barriers vanishing. Oh man, her shit's going. What is it? Casca? Barnice and Casca wait here. Yeah. Bro, you can't walk. What gives? Troll remnants or something? There's something bad at the mansion, and it ain't trolls. The old lady's in trouble. It's them. Smoke? What do you mean them? It's just apostles, right? We're not talking like the whole squad just rolled up. Dang, that's also a pretty good shot too. We've had some great shots. So what does he mean by it's them? Because in my interpretation, it just looked like just looks like Zod and some more gifted apostles, you could say. But I think the interaction between, like, here's like, they give us, but they don't give us enough. That's usually the Berserk way. Like, they give you like this here. What is this? She just summoned. Maybe it's a protector. Maybe it's like an ethereal protector for her, a knight, if you will. But what is their relationship? You know, she calls him an old friend. She talks about the karma that they put in. They're not going to follow the same path as us, and yada yada. Like, what is their relationship? When did they come in contact? What are they both able to do? What's the power level here? Like, what's happening? Like, we don't get any of that. And then they both know what this is, and he's talking about how dangerous it is to bring it out, and she's like, I know, but it's neat. Like, what does that mean? What does that shit mean? What is this Etch-a-Sketch shit here on the inside? I don't know, man. I don't know. But I personally like that shot with Schierke and the God Hand figure in the background. But the Skull Knight's sword was kind of trippy. It was kind of trippy. I guess we'll go with that one, but that was actually between this here, but he's done with his beetle. It looks like Donzo's arm, low-key. Like he's just been collecting Uchiha eyes to mass one big Izanagi. Between that and this shot here, I thought were pretty great, but I guess we'll go with the Skull Knight. So I'm assuming that she's not actually physically here if we were able to kill her, because no way it would be that easy. So they're hinting at Guts' sword has become something different because it's absorbed so much astral blood, essentially, is what I got from that. He's killed so many demonic spirits, so many apostles, so many just otherworldly things that it's morphed his sword into something that is essentially not of this world. Could anybody get the same effect out of his sword? Like if he drops it or isn't able to do something, could Serpico pick it up and get lucky with a swipe? Probably. I don't think it's specific to him, but nobody else is really going to be able to wield the weapon with the accuracy and power that he's able to. Same thing again, like they're giving us, but they're not giving us, you know? I would love... Honestly, you could knock it out in one chapter, 2 max. Just a background on the Witch and Skull Knight. How they both came to be at this point. Like, what's the history? What have they been through? What do they know? What are they able to do? So he has a Behelit based sword that's able to essentially pull you to that dimension where they seem to take you when you're making your apostle decision, or when you're summoned or you summon them, which is essentially like at the gates of hell, or like hell itself. Now he's able to freely access that and come out at any point in time and space that he wants. Well, I don't want to say time. I don't think he can go back or flash forward. But essentially present time. Like if I wanted to come out behind me over there next to the wall, I could rip something here. But then how you know how to do that, that's a whole nother thing. You know, that's a whole Obito type thing of like, how do you know where you're coming out at? Do you just have to think it and that's where you want to be? Do I have to, I open it, then when I go to slice again, do I have to think, okay, I want to be out of the cave? And that's where it allows me to go? That's a whole other power thing. But besides that, some good stuff. Some very good stuff. It looks just like a gang of apostles have showed up. I mean, of course, the apostle. But can Skull Knight not handle him and whatever their little puppeted mannequin astral knight is? Can he not handle the rest? I mean, they talk about how, like, do you know the risk of, like, summoning this thing? He's like, yeah, but the time calls for it. But it looks like she's already seen her point in death. Like, she knows she dies here. That's what she was saying. You're going to fight for me even though I'm... And it cut off, but we knew what she was implying. And he's like, yeah, you know, might as well for a friend. So we'll see how it plays out. I mean, those are pretty two great chapters right there. It always leaves me wanting more, and maybe they do it on purpose. So hopefully things will get leveled out and explained, and we'll just try to go from there. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe as always.